Before we start, I'd like to thank NicolePlaugh for letting me use her story for tonight's video. Back when I was in middle school, I had a pretty typical emo phase. Posters were plastered all over my bedroom walls of My Chemical Romance, Fall Out Boy, Black-Veiled Brides, and various others. I also had my MySpace wallpaper decorated with skulls and The Black Parade as my top song. One day, after school, I logged on and found a message. It was a link to concert tickets for this one band that I had never heard of, Anne and the Blood Thieves. Thinking it was nothing more than some band tribute to the Blood Chronicles, I thought nothing of it. The tickets were free, and in no time, I was filling out my address to receive them. The concert was set to be in the middle of this farm field near where I lived at the time. When I got to school the next morning, I texted my friends about it. At lunch, I showed them the tickets, and since our parents had all said yes, made plans to go over to my house to get dressed for the concert that night. I wonder if the lead singer will be like Lestat or something, laughed my friend Brittany. I mean, it sounds just like the type of band to do something like this, Tyler blurted out while fixing his hair. Tyler and Brittany had been going out since I met both of them at a Linkin Park show at the beginning of 8th grade, even though they both looked like brother and sister, which was due to the fact that they had the same pale complexions, deep blue eyes, and jet black hair. My mom still wouldn't let me have a boyfriend, said I had to wait until high school or something. So, for the meantime, I was single. Our mutual friend Jennifer came along, and she looked great. Her long blonde hair was streaked in purple, and her nails were painted with a deep army green. She was allowed to wear makeup, and it looked great as well. I was allowed to hang out with her, as I had yet to tell my parents that I was gay. She was openly gay, and we planned to go out when I graduated high school that next year. I was the only one to make it out alive that night. They got to her too. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Since it was such a short walk, our parents allowed us to go out alone, but only if we promised to let them know if we made it there safely. When we got there, the field looked empty. Thinking that I had been tricked, we were about to turn back. Then we heard other kids coming, and a stage lit up. We turned back, and yes, this was the right place. Really though, if we had just turned back and walked away, if we told my parents that it was just a high-level troll, then my friends might still be alive today. The band was good. Too good. I was left stunned as to why I had never heard of them before. They had talent, and they looked good. Then the final song was played. I don't remember much, but when the first thing popped out of the ground, I was ready to run. It looked like some kind of demonic creation straight out of hell itself. I told my friends that something was off and we needed to leave, like right now, but they wouldn't listen to me. It's like they were in a trance or something. More of them popped up and something kicked into me. Some sort of primal instinct, I guess, and I ran as if my life depended on it. I didn't stop running until I got to my house. I ran in and slammed the door. I was shaking. My mother asked me what was going on and where were my friends. It took a while for me to calm down and tell her what happened, what I had seen. They tucked me into bed that night and went out to the place I told them the concert had happened. That night, I had an awful dream. My friends were screaming and crying, wondering why I had left them there alone. Then there was the gremlin-looking thing, taunting me, laughing at me. "You will not escape me, Amanda. It's over. I will find you, and you will suffer the same fate as the others." I woke up to screaming, but when my parents rushed in, I realized that it was my own. They did their best to comfort me, but it was no use. Eventually, light streamed through my bedroom curtain, and I went downstairs to breakfast. That's when my mother finally told me what she and my dad had seen. Bodies. Hundreds. Charred into the ground. They called the police, and no one could be identified. but they could tell something wicked had taken place that fateful night. Once they had been able to use dental records to identify my 3 friends, I was taken to therapy. The nightmares lasted years and have never truly gone away. In them, I see the demons, and I try to run, but I fail to escape, and befall the same fate as my doomed best friends. Every now and then, I'll see the name of the band pop up on my Pandora account in between MCR and Britney Spears. The song is always the same. You are next. Hello everybody, I am the Dead Giant, and thank you all so very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I always love hearing from you and knowing what you think about my videos. If you have a story of your own that you would like me to share, I'll leave a link down below where you can contact me. I hope you all have a wonderful day or night, whatever it is, wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video.